Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump, and we're the Game Grumps.
If he's sad, it makes you instantly sad. It's like a sad Japanese man. Like that's an instant bad mood if you're looking at that.
It just comes up. It's like, Hoshi, did you have a good day? Like, no. It was a bad day.
Oh god, I'm making myself sad just doing the voice.
What happened? Like, I just don't want to burden you with
Yeah.
my problem. Well, maybe I can make you feel better about it. Like, no,
No.
this particular problem. Some battles you just have to fight alone. Make you bad.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 388. We're live with one person in their basement, one person in an attic, one person who cares, and two other people that I'm sure are separate in their own separate area. Oh, wait, we only have one of them here. In other case, so we are the Brony Show. And I am not here by myself, of course. Joining us in solitude. I guess. In social distancing, joining us in social distancing, we have Textalion.
I live alone and fine with it.
We have Textalion. No, we don't. We just
Oh.
talked to him. We have Toakoi. I apologize. I'm losing it.
Hi, I have a meal of burgers and potatoes.
And we also have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
If I lived alone right now, you won't. No, I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to finish describing what I look like right now. You all don't want to know that, or do you?
I'm guessing
If-
either
if you
a
did-
snake
if-
or a hobo.
If you do, my DMs are open.
All right. Well, in any case, we're here to bring you all the fun and silliness of the Brony community for another week. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of us are still under mandated social distancing due to governments and areas and issues and so forth. So, in the spirit of practicing social distancing as well as giving people something to think about or do while they're practicing said social distancing, we are going to what? Oh, sorry. This guy just read Cloud Draconicus and he just kind of like my brain melted for a second. I don't understand. Anyway, but yes, yeah, we're practicing social distancing. So in order to do so, Captain Horrors is actually, I found out that Captain Horrors has several different games based off of some of his comics and animations, and he actually has quote unquote demos that you can play on Tabletop Simulator, basically the full versions, but you can actually get them printed and sent to you as a physical copy. So we're going to be playing that in Tabletop Simulator. We have two different games. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get the big one going, but if not, we also have a smaller one for a smaller group. But of course, we do also have a special guest here with a special moment on the soapbox. We have Blanked Mind.
Hello.
And of course, as we always do, we're going to go ahead, warm up our vocal cords, give us a chance to get everything ready, and we do that with a little bit of What's Up Brony. Now, of course, since Blanked is here for a quick moment, we are going to give him the soapbox so he can go ahead. He wanted to talk a little bit about his recent run-in with gaming, of course, and because basically the soapbox is for whatever the heck we want to talk about in our daily lives, I figure why not let him have a moment to review. Now, before we do anything, Blink, is there anything that you need before we go ahead and get started on this?
From my side, not really, except maybe a little bit of quiet.
All right, then. So in realm of that, we're gonna go ahead and put the robot into the closet. Whoops! I think that was the basement. Oh well. In any case, we'll get him out when we're done. So, Blinked, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so basically what I'm jittering on here just because I wanted to do a Let's Play of it sooner or later, but I keep forgetting the credentials, or my sleep schedule is just too screwed to do it. But if you hadn't guessed, a couple weeks ago, Doom Eternal came out. And what this is, I'm just going to give a quick micro review of what my thoughts on it so far. And anybody in case of wondering, I'm mostly talking about the campaign because I haven't tested beta mode yet. Long and short of it, is it good? Yes. Should you buy it? Yes. When you have time. Beyond that, very good game. They made it even effing faster, which the 2016 game was pretty fast for, an FPS. It's even faster now. The difficulty curve will kick you to the curb until you learn the new mechanics and whatnot. But beyond that, the set pieces are pretty fun. The new combat chest they're trying to revamp is pretty great, and the weapons all go bang, bang, pew, pew, and it makes you go wee! So beyond that, eventually I might do a Let's Play. Don't expect me to do a 9-hour straight stream again. That ain't happening. That was a mistake. It was fun, but that was a mistake.
It was a fun mistake, to be sure.
But eventually I'll get around to doing some kind of a Let's Play for it on the channel. We'll see. But beyond that, I'd say if you got the funds for it and you enjoy, the Doom series or anything of that nature, or just, a different take on, FPS shenanigans, give it a swing. I'm pretty sure it'll be a hit.
Alright, thank you, Blinked.
And I'll probably just be squirming around being a weird bug on the wall later on. Bye!
Yeah. Alright, so I guess since we're done here, we'll go ahead and let the robot out of the basement.
By the way, if you do get Doom right now, do the Twitch Prime thing, get the unicorn, and then leave Twitch Prime.
Nope, you said it wrong. It's Leviosa. Well, no, it's actually Doomicorn. Gotta get it right. Anyway, Twitch Prime, Doomicorn. We already mentioned it. Let's go ahead and move on here because we got a few things to talk about. So, anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony that they want to throw out there that isn't related to obvious topics that several of us had happening over the weekend?
Nope.
Nothing here.
I got nothing. Yeah, it's actually a bit. Go ahead.
In case I take off before the final shoutouts, just gotta give you guys a heads up. I am taking some time off from working from home for starting Wednesday through next Tuesday, so possibly expect some more streams from me.
Ooh, fun. And yeah, unfortunately, it looks like DM21 is dealing with the loss of a pet. I really feel bad for you, man. I actually had to deal with that a few years ago, and I'm still kind of reeling. It really sucks. And yeah, but yeah, well, let's go ahead. Let's try to get into some cheerier topics. More positive notes. Positive notes, better topics, and maybe with a slight vanilla scenting. So let's start off with the big surprise. We talked about it a week or two ago, or a week and two ago. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes with me, but Ponyfest Online happened, and it was good. It actually went off really, really well. They had a big day of online panels that were pretty well attended. They had a big vendor hall chat that you could go and check out, buy some merch there. They had a big Discord crowds that people were jumping into. I was seeing like 10, 20, 30 people in these big groups. Some of them doing their own improv panels or tabletop or online tabletop gaming or video gaming together. Big things like that. I think they said that they had 4,000 people in the Discord at one point, or 4,000 people
still
registered.
growing.
Well, that's why I said at one point. Obviously, that.
Damn it, I missed it. I forgot. I knew it was happening, but I forgot.
Hold on. There's good news, though. Apparently, this is not a one-time thing. And not even in the... I apologize.
Not even in a year. They are doing it next month.
Yeah, thanks for stealing my thunder.
Well, you sneeze.
That's when you say bless you and not steal my thunder. Dear world, you're... Never mind. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to feel like I'm going to say something I really shouldn't. So, yeah. They are planning another one this April 25th. And, of course, they have attendee surveys. They have the Discord you could sign up for. And, yeah, so another one is coming out in a month. I'm excited for this one, too. I can't wait to see what else they bring up because they had big guests. They had Big Jim Miller. They had... the manliest Brony showing how to make a lunchbox guitar. The streams were really good. I unfortunately missed some of them due to bad timing and the fact that for some reason my brain did not translate time zones in the right way. That was kind of weird of me.
You also missed the Big Mac and IDW panels.
Rub it in.
Oh, and Tony Fleek showed off some awesome stuff for the Transformers My Little Pony crossover.
Yes, he does want to rub it in. Okay, so in any case, Pony Fest is really awesome. We will announce it again when it is coming up later next month, technically next month. So, something to keep an eye out for. So it looks like online pony conventions will definitely be a big thing here for the next few months until hopefully we can actually physically go to conventions.
Possibly even years, because it's a lot cheaper than physical conventions.
Well, it always is a lot cheaper, and I really did love HawkCon every year, so I would really be excited if they kept it going.
But another thing is, if you do it IRL, you meet up with your friends online.
Well, we know there's bonefit and detriment. Don't make me make up words.
You're trying to make it fancy. Bonefits and detriment.
Yes, those many fine words that describe the things that are going on in those festivals.
See, now you're insulting my home. Fuck you.
Sorry, I was going for a Foghorn Leghorn thing. I promise you. Let's go ahead. How did the marketplace thing work out? Okay, that was simple. It was easy. They had basically a vendor hall. You could actually go to each of the channels which were different vendors. In each of the vendors' areas, they had pictures and screenshots of all of the different things they had available. Necklaces, prints, keychains, charms, whatever. There's everything. Anything you could think of, something was like that in there. It was a big vendor hall.
How do you show the actual Discord and use that as a visual example?
Because I'm not an idiot. Okay, so I guess... Wow, the silence! But in all honesty, if you look, the vendor hall is empty at the moment.
Fair.
So, yeah, you'll have to check it out on the Discord. But, yeah, the vendor hall, in the vendor hall section, they each had a category for each vendor, all different pictures. And on each of the vendors' tables, they had even instructions on how to order from them, whether direct messaging them directly, going to a website that they have set up to do orders, and actually most of 90% of them had websites to order, and a few of them you had a direct message to get specific stuff. I actually direct message and got one of only 3 cutouts of the princesses, and mine was Luna. I got the Luna print cutout, which is so awesome.
Yeah, you mean the shadow box?
Yeah, the shadow box. That's it. Shadowbox Luna, only one that they had. It was a beautiful thing. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was easy. It was simple. They had it right down to it. They had all of the stuff. And the best part about it is they would keep updating it whenever they got new stuff in, because some things may have been having delays to getting in, or if there may have been an issue and they couldn't find it, because, you always lose stuff when you have it in storage somewhere. And in some cases, they may have sold out of it, so they removed it from there as well. So you had a constant churning of what they had available, which is always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It really is good stuff. So, yeah, there's that. But I recommend checking it out next month. I will definitely be checking it out as well when it happens. But for the moment...
Just looking over it in the voice chat, there's at least 43 people and at least 10 people having live streams in said voice chat.
Well, of course, nobody ever leaves the comm when it's done.
I'm just saying, it's still active.
Everybody always say, yeah, it's still active and it'll probably be going for a while. It really became a big, active community, and it was awesome to see it too, just to see so many bronies come together. Even if it was online, it was a beautiful thing. And I love every bit of it.
It was always awesome, and during like the behind the scenes panel, they're like,
Toa?
if
Toa?
Unicon could have killed the Brony
Toa?
scene, so they improved, and I'm like, this
Toa?
is kind of like one of those moments.
Toa!
I mean, not as dire.
Toa! We need to move on. Moving on. So, in the news, you have plushies now. Lots and lots of plushies. You've had them for years. They've probably been sitting on your shelf, and they're covered in dust and grime, and you know, we'll just go with dust and grime because of the rest of the stuff we don't want to know. But you need to clean it. How do you clean that plushie? Well, looks like Robot Fluttershy actually has set up a wonderful little video on how to clean your plushie.
I am Fluttershy. Today I am here for...
Of course, he did it with the Fluttershy voicer. So yeah, if you really want to know how to clean a plushie, this gives you basic instructions, including with toothbrushes, cleaning utensils.
Wipe off dirt and detergent with...
Granted, this wouldn't be as easy if you have the giant monster toy that I have. In my case, I have to use a rag and laundry detergent.
The towels during the process.
But that makes sense. I mean, you have more surface area.
Well, it makes sense. I'm just saying it. Yeah.
My wings also seem a little dirty, and I need them to be cleaned together.
But yeah, if you are interested in learning how to clean a plushie, now there's an instructional video for you. 9 years after we've been having plushies. Actually, I'd say this is probably the best time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Brushy the plushie. I love that vaguely. Brushy your plushie.
Yeah, I'd rather brushy my kitty.
Also, don't forget to wash your hooves every day. Now that we've gotten the wash yourself every day, let's go ahead and put in a different image. There we go. Alright, let's move on here. Next, speaking of voices that you can mess with, it looks like Sunbutt and Apple Horse have now joined into the wonderful world of how many ponies can we have in here voicing different things.
Well, I know at least one person that is happy about the Applejack.
Well, I haven't told him yet because I just barely found out myself. But it might be fun with the Applejack, but yeah.
I'm Princess Sunbutt, and I love cake.
What?
Yeah, this is just going.
I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, it's alright. People probably are enjoying it.
Yeah.
I could see people using this for... I'm not going to say it.
They use it for a lot of things, including what you're thinking.
We know the evil, we just don't speak it.
I know. I'm not speaking. I'm not.
We all know what people are doing with this.
Also,
Wow, apparently you can break it if you put a space at the end.
Apples, 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 apples.
I'm gonna go ahead and move on here at this point. I'm never gonna take this seriously enough.
oh no. I just had flashbacks to what they'll do with Apple Bloom.
No, moving on. We're just moving on at this point. No.
No, the beta.
No, I said no. We are moving on. No more. No
Do
trials.
something else.
Moving on. No trials. So, unfortunate bad news. But it's to be expected. The European Pony Convention Galacon has unfortunately been delayed due to Corona once again. Or COVID-19. Let's actually name it COVID-19. That's what it actually is called. So they have canceled it for this year and are moving it into next year in July or August. Which is probably going to be about the same time TrockCon and Everfree are going to be happening. So it's going to be, if you're trying to attend all of the pony conventions, it's going to be one heck of a cluster. And I give you all the luck in the world on that one. Yeah.
Hey, it's better to be safe than sorry.
No, wait, I get it. I'm not going to argue that it isn't important for them to do it. It is still disappointing.
Well, bright side, the ticket's still good.
No, yeah, but some people are probably going to get a refund, ask for a refund because finances are kind of screwed up for everybody at the moment too.
True.
So, any case, Galacon unfortunately has been postponed. However, a different convention has also popped up. Now, this one, I admit, I don't know what to make of it. I know the creator, so I'm gonna talk about it anyway a little bit. LooneyCon, online convention done by Looney the Turtle, who does some Brony analysis videos. He does some commentary videos, things like that. He has a big Twitter presence. And he is doing an online convention, not just for ponies, but for all animation in general.
That almost sounded like a Looney Tunes convention.
Exactly.
It kind of almost does, but no. Yeah, this is just for Looney, but it's from Looney Turtle. But yeah,
I hung out with the guy at BronyCon. He's an awesome dude.
no, he's a nice guy. He's definitely energetic and fun. Right now, I think they are still accepting sign-ups for panels and things like that. So if you are curious and you want to do a panel or do other different sign-ups for like vendor, musicians, volunteer work to help them out. But yeah, you can still sign up. And this is not just pony, but it's going to be animation in general.
Hey, second, we could do that thing with old Looney Tunes cartoons.
I hope that they aren't getting more things in, because it's just the end of this week, isn't it?
It is at the end of this week. But
it's 3 days.
But from what I could tell, it looks like they're still taking signups because all of the applications are still there.
Weird.
Yeah. But, you know, maybe they're taking till the end, because this honestly did kind of pop up out of nowhere over the last couple of weeks too, which is really surprising. So I'm hoping for the best for him. And it is going for longer than a day. It's planning on going from April 3rd to the 5th, so the entire weekend. So, all I can do is keep fingers crossed and hope it goes well for him. Honestly, I would debate signing us up for it, but it kind of came out of nowhere, and I didn't have enough time to come up with a panel idea. Without rehashing what we've already done, which, you know, I could have done that, but yeah, I guess
you got a little bit more self-respect than that.
No, I mean, we could have easily done that. Since it's an animation convention, I didn't know if it would work the same way, because we basically kind of settle on pony a lot. But let's.
With how various the Looney Tunes are from everything, it wouldn't be that hard.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on here, and this is fun, quote unquote fun. So, who knows Diamond Comic Distributors?
You mean the only thing keeping the comics afloat physically?
Well, a little more than that. It's not the only thing keeping them afloat. It's the only game in town. They literally force themselves to be the only thing keeping comics afloat. But that's a whole nother messy case there if you look into it. However, Diamond Comic Distributors, which is pretty much the big distributor of not only comics, but comics, figures, collectibles, games, a lot of different things that a lot of different nerdy stores, let's just put it, nerdy stores or fan stores get their merchandise from, have shut down indefinitely. Or at least until such point that the corona panic, the COVID panic is no longer a thing. And because of that, basically nobody is going to be able to get comics into their stores at the beginning of April. Apparently, from what I heard, they still have one last shipping week this week in April, and then that's it. They're not going to be shipping, creating, distributing, or anything.
But second, what about our digital comics? Why can't we have those?
Dude, you are asking the wrong person.
Also, actually, no, Diamond's not responsible for the digital release, aren't they?
No, they aren't. That's up to the comic distributors themselves. Diamond is for all the physical distribution.
And from what I've heard, the IDW said they're not doing digitals without the physicals out there.
Well, yeah, a lot of people like the physical copies. I like the physical copies. I can get digital all day, but if having a physical comic in a giant pony comic box is wonderful to me. It gives me that wonderful, happy feeling like sunshine and flowers going up my rectum. I love it. Yeah,
That is a disturbing image.
It is.
No, stop acknowledging it. Just move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move
Leave
on.
it
I'm gonna pretend I didn't try to make a fun thing, and instead I just kind of. But yeah, Diamond Distributors has stopped distributing. What that means for the basic nerd community, we're just gonna have to cross our fingers and hope that it won't be it end up on doom and gloom in the long run and just be a dearth for a while. But as mentioned, because of this, IDW is also suspending all May releases. The MLP Transformers crossovers and MLP comics themselves, as well as anything else that they were going to be doing, are not. In fact, it's not even just May. Oh, never mind. I misread that. But yeah, all of May they're going to push everything back. So no new comics from IDW after the most recent releases. No digital releases, no physical, no more, etc., so on and so forth, what have you.
I do wonder how this is going to affect Free Comic Day.
That has also been pushed back.
It did.
It did.
Fun.
It actually says in the article, this Wednesday is the final new comic book day. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that said Free Comic Book Day before. I was only kind of skimming. I was only kind of skimming.
No, it's okay. You kind of skim it. I skim it too, and I skimmed up. But yeah, no, I did read about the Free Comic Book Day. Let me double check what exactly it said.
It's probably not going to happen because that involves bringing in a bunch of people to stores and stuff like that. So there's no way they're going to allow gatherings like that.
Yeah, it's been postponed. I'm just trying to see if they've actually said what severity of timing. Let's see, severity of timing, predicting uncertainties, the person, appreciate enthusiasm, pushing to later. All they said is that it's been pushed back to a date later this summer. So, yeah.
Fun.
Later this summer. That's all we got. So, unfortunately, we're going to experience a dry spell with a lot of different things, so hold on to your video games, everybody. Okay, now we're bringing up the GameStop in chat room. I'm gonna address this since pretty much not all of us are video gamers here. Let's go ahead, we'll address this real fast. Yes, GameStop kind of was stupid trying to peg themselves an essential business. They did get a little bit smarter about it with doing basically a doorstop delivery. So people can't still pick up games, but they can't go in the store. So people can keep their jobs. That's kind of nice, especially since I'm sure GameStop would not pay out unemployment or even keep them hired.
Probably not.
But at the same time, they are shutting down over 300 stores over the course of the year. There's a chance that this may have not been because of COVID. It may have just been in the plans because GameStop hasn't been doing all that well. And considering I have literally 4 GameStops that I can get to within a 15-minute drive of where I'm at, they might be a little oversaturated anyway, so they might need to trim down to begin with.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be upset if, like, instead of having because right now there's a GameStop in our mall right near us. There's a GameStop right near a Walmart that's not too far, and I believe there's one more somewhere in this area. But yeah, if that all went down to just one store, right pretty much in the area, then I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yep, I wouldn't have a problem either. I would hope it would be the one on mine would be the one that I have just to the east of here. It's actually it's a bigger one than the rest of them, but
yeah, it's probably gonna depend on which ones do the best numbers.
Yeah. So yeah, and I know it's kind of disappointing what GameStop did. It's kind of annoying that they're closing stores. But at the same time, at least they kind of got their heads out of their butts. But at the same time, it's probably because they had business license threatened and pretty much the law saying that they were going to, people were going to get arrested if they kept doing the crap. So I'm not exactly pulling for GameStop. I'm just stating what it is, what's going on at this point.
I pull for the employees that have to deal with it.
The employees I care about. Those people are awesome. I love the people that actually do work there. And I like physical copies. It's just the way I am. But let's go ahead and move on to comics, because we have one more we have comics that have been released. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. First off, the Equestria Girls spin-off Canterlot High March Radness was released. This one's kind of funny because I mentioned how one of the comic covers kind of weirded me out because it seemed a little too realistic. Especially with how Spike is drawn so close to the actual animation style. So you can kind of see here.
And then the rowdy face and the Fluttershy face.
Right. But, yeah, it was really, I found the comic cover to be really weird. However, it did get released, and the other weird thing is this is the one time I messed up. I did not realize I forgot to put this on my comic hold list over at my comic book store. And this is also about the same time Diamond is saying that they're no longer going to be distributing for the foreseeable future, and yeah, and IDW is not going to be putting out any more copies for a while. So I might have lucked out though. I was able to get a pre-order request down at the store that I go to. So I'm hoping that they get one with their last deliveries before things kind of go to a halt for a while. But yeah, I feel kind of stupid that I completely messed this up too. Or maybe it's eBay, which I'm hoping I don't have to. So in this one, spring has sprung, and with that, the March Madness Spring Athletic event has happened with a visit by AK Yearling herself and apparently detention. So, Equestria Girls, they may no longer be getting specials or YouTube episodes or anything in general, but they still got comics.
Honestly, given how long Sonic ran in the comics, let's hope the girls can stay relevant.
Gotta run fast. Moving on. No, we're not making the joke. And we also got the release of issue 88 of Friendship is Magic, which is kind of a red letter day because not only is it the last one we're going to get for a while, but it was also the last one before they started the quote-unquote season 10 of the MLP comics. So we literally got the ending of everything before season 10, before all of this started to happen, which I can't help but feel like there's some weird timing there.
Yeah. Also, that's the end of the second continuity, the first being soft canon before, season screwed that up.
No, in all honesty, the soft canon will always be there because you never know what might happen. But now the soft canon's a little bit more. The soft canon's a little bit more hard canon because of the fact that no more episodes are coming out. There's less likely going to be something that contradicts. But yeah, this is the one that deals with the big fun race between between Rainbow Dash and Big Macintosh, as well as a bunch of other people racing carts through a field while some guy is trying to do sneaky things. Yes.
Dastardly.
Also, apparently, there's a special cover of the 10 Andersons friendship. Let's see, what really? Yeah, a retail incentive one.
Oh my god, Bumblebee holding Fluttershy is too damn cute. That is too damn cute.
Yeah, good luck finding.
Cute.
Moving on. But in any case, let's go ahead and move on here. So, the voice actor for Sunburst, Ian Hanlon, has left a message for everybody with Sunburst.
Hello, everyone.
That's an
I
animatic,
hope
I
that
think,
you're all
as
staying
well.
safe out there.
No.
And, by
Oh, wait.
there,
Never
I
mind.
of course mean
It's a Twitter
staying
posting.
inside.
Sorry.
Staying inside is one of the most important things that we can do right now, what with social distancing and all of that. And take it from me, staying inside isn't all that bad. I did it for quite a while.
So, yeah, there you go. Staying inside is not a hard thing. We do it a lot. I do it a lot. I don't mind doing it a lot. Though I kind of wish I could go exercise once in a while.
Also, something came to my head the other day. If you get the right cast and season 10 comics are available, you could technically have the voice actors read season 10 and actually have it recorded.
Moving right along. So, in the MLP mobile game, Prank the Future has come and literally gone within the 3-day span. So, there's not much to talk about because it's already over. However, I find it funny that the whole idea was the little griffin that kind of looks like Spike colors, which led to a flurry of questions, wants to prank the school counselor Trixie, and asks Pinkie Pie for help, at which point they start blasting Trixie with magic. I'm not exactly sure where the prank is there. CMC, do you have any ideas? CMC, are you here?
I think the prank was just to do something similar to her.
Well,
upstage her.
There's actually a storyline to it. I was trying to give CMC an easy layup here, and I think he's gone.
Oh, that's my unintelligible guess.
I mean, he's in the call, but yeah.
I'm moving Toa to the lonely corner. He's starting to annoy me. Do you think he's going to notice? Anyway. But yeah, the mobile game came, it went, it was short, it was fun. It had the weird little griffin, a griffin kid that kind of has Spike's colors, so questions abound. Weird questions. Now, moving right along, and the final thing, and this is honestly the one thing I was kind of eager to get to here. The Hasbro's Pony Life campaign for staying indoors has officially launched for the US. So now we got the giant-eyed, wondered things that make us question what in the world we're going to be dealing with in the near future, telling us what we're going to be dealing with in the near future. So these little things actually have a new daily challenge for people to keep themselves active while indoors. Rarity's challenge was to watch the My Little Pony stop motion shorts, which would keep you entertained for the equivalent of an hour at this point. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, well, these three. But watch Friendship Friday videos. Twilight Sparkle, play Rainbow Runners.
I'm taking a wild guess and saying Pinkie Pie's going to say, watch Hello Pinkie Pie.
Fluttershy, print and color Fluttershy coloring page. Though I gotta admit, at least she doesn't look like a smug jerk in this one. She actually looks kind of pleasing.
Pinkie Pie looks at the screen and says, "Go play with yourself. Just make sure to wash up afterwards."
I'm half sure she would.
Pinkie Pie, print and color Pinkie Pie coloring page. Twilight Sparkle, print and play fortune teller. What? Oh, it's probably one of those folder fortune tellers.
Ah,
I love those.
hey, remember when those were gospel?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a bunch of things that they got out there to try and encourage people to stay indoors by giving them an activity that would only last maybe an hour. Well, I guess it's better than putting the entirety of Generation 1 G.I. Joe onto YouTube.
Actually, that would be badass. Hasbro, why?
They did do that. It has happened. You can watch the entirety of G.I. Joe on YouTube. Moving on. So, moving on. And the final little thing here. No confirmed Pony Life in April. So, there's no Pony Life for April. We'll might see it in May.
Which seems weird. This seems like the perfect time to debut something like that.
I know, it would have been awesome.
Maybe there's still supposed to be some work on it, and I guess maybe there's some issues with the studio putting it together.
Well, that, or there might be some slight delays just due to the whole COVID thing going on. The people that are necessary might have not been available.
Also, could be reworking stuff after, the Earth.
I don't think that might be the case. Just because that was just an advertisement commercial, and we all know that those tend to not be reflective of the actual product.
True, but it did stir the pot.
Dude,
that's the point of advertising.
Everything stirs the pot. But in any case, let's go on to the challenge of the week, which was ponies getting into the project that hasn't been touched with the Protest Initiative Challenge.
Cole. Sorry, I was shooting down a present.
It's alright. The Protest Initiative Challenge.
The Protest Initiative Challenge was, if I recall correctly, it was Unexpected Snowstorm.
Yep. Alright, and with that, we do have a few entries here. Now, we're going to go ahead and, I would normally show off mine. However, in this case, it's more prudent to show off one of our actual entries. Toa! Toa, unfortunately, went with the same idea that he had last week. The Toa's news article, which now shows circuit, as near as I could tell, it looked like he was watching TV shows or something, because that looks like a TV remote.
I tried to use game console wireless, but whatever it floats your boat. Again, I do my art to be a little bit interpretive.
It's a brick. It's a rectangular brick.
And what is an N6? Sorry, what is a Nintendo Entertainment System controller?
Outdated.
And not wireless.
Now you can buy wireless ones.
And they're dog bone shaped.
Some odd.
I'm having fun digging into this argument. But in any case, you're not going to counter very well. I do retro games more than you will ever know.
Also, I have a good counter to the ones that are apparently accurate.
Yeah.
All the ones I've ever used, their buttons suck.
There's that too, yeah. So
I did update the day of isolation.
In any case, so yeah, this one had Circuit looking at a TV and what I interpreted to be a remote. So in response, I drew this.
I just noticed there is actually snow outside too. So
yep.
Who knows for including that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh hey.
So this was my response. Granted, I forgot the window and snow. It was intended to just be the same snow in thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was a few additional things in here just for the fun of it. So, as some of you can already see the dance pad there, I actually picked up a actual physical hard dance pad from a mom pop game store over the weekend. Try to give them a little bit of business because they can't shut down for the moment. But yeah, I always wanted to get a DDR dance pad that you can actually dance on that isn't the little mat that's going to go sliding over the floor just because you step on it wrong.
Also, Creature says he wants
are
to
those
dance
games?
Yeah, I full screened. I can tell you exactly Well, except for one, I'm not sure how he's trying to phrase it. So there's Animal Crossing Mafia Wars. There's Ease 5,210. There's Doomed.
You got it. You got it. That's exactly what I was going
What,
for.
you thought I was going to say dumbed? And shut up. I'm still going here. And okay, I see it's Persona 2. I see a 7 and 5.
They're supposed to
be a decimal, but it's a single pixel.
It's a very small decimal. I should have made it bigger. But it's 2.75. I'm making fun of the bigger editions that they seem to have coming out here and there. But personally, no. I like the Doomed and the Animal Crossing Mafia Wars were my personal favorites.
So I don't know what Ease is.
Okay.
Ease is a JRPG series. Very old school. I think the first was the first ones on the NES or the SNES?
Actually, the first ones were on TurboGrafx.
No, you're right. You're right. It was on the TurboGrafx.
But I think they the TurboGrafx and the original Master System. So it could have been on the NES, but Master System actually got a hold of it instead.
Wait, was the Master System before TurboGrafx?
Actually, I think it was about the same time.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a downgrade situation there. But yeah, the whole point of this is Toa made 2 different images where he's basically reporting on my life. So I couldn't help but make the joke that I stumbled across his news segment about him reporting on my life, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
In all honesty, back in the Gypsy Drawing Band days, Commander Something did draw a little drone for me, so that's probably what's been watching you.
Time to pull out the guns.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's gonna be the next challenge, killing the drone. That's it. Okay, no, somebody's got the greatest mix. Final double, vanilla cream mix plus over 3,007 weeks version 3.14. Oh, jeez, it's like a Kingdom Hearts title.
Not as silly as Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. That's still not as silly.
Okay, so for the trophy so far, Toa gets the rehashing and the same idea trophy.
At this point, it's the thief or quarantine. I just draw you differently.
Dude, that's rehashing and that's cheap as hell. Come on.
I had to redraw that entire thing. Not me at the desk, but that entire image I had to redraw.
So you had to redraw 1/4 of the actual image there. My heart bleeds.
That's actually, it is bigger than what I drew before, so.
Oh, okay, slightly bigger. That's still my thing. And Creature, I would like to play DDR with you sometime. That would be fun. Except I also gotta actually learn to move it like a DDR machine again. So, Vaguely Creepy has also made a story of Hail to the Heroes. So let's go ahead and give it a read before we give out next week's challenge and try to do a board game. Well, card game. A little bit of both. Hail to the Heroes. Get to the train car! Get to the train car! Circuit called out, zapping several chunks of ice out of the air. The whole group were dashing across the platform like mad, along with most of the other passengers who had been waiting for their trains to arrive. They had little choice but to scramble to the cars for cover. When the storm of snow and ice had begun out of nowhere, a number of hailstones as big as pumpkins had crashed down around the entrance to the lobby, cutting everyone off from safety. With a loud crack that caught everyone's attention, Cole managed a perfectly timed baseball swing of his new train club that shattered a fat hailstone aimed right at his head. Ha! Beat that! He crowed. He did crow. He crowed triumphantly before getting beamed by a bowling ball-sized clump of relatively soft snow. Just as another hailstone was heading for the down stallion, a mallet came from nowhere, knocking it into a graceful arc over the train in the distance. Your swing is way too wide. You're going to leave yourself off balance. Oof! Crazy Matt started before tripping and sliding on a patch of ice, grunting as he skidded across the frozen over concrete of the platform. He came to a stop right as Suki was passing by while zigzagging between icy projectiles. Ow. Come on, I'll laugh at you when we're safe. Let's go. Suki told him, quickly helping him up so the pair could resume running again. One by one, they made it to their train, Circuit making it first and immediately sticking his head out of the window to zap more ice before it could hit anyone. Cole dove in through the open doors next, followed by Suki. Crazy Matt made it last, pausing at the door to smack a few more hailstones away from the other passengers as they made it to safety. As soon as everyone was inside, the train doors closed, and moments later the conductor's voice crackled in the speakers. Attention everyone, this is your conductor speaking. Please just take shelter under the seats and keep away from the windows. We're sending word the weather's thing about the storm, and hopefully we can clear it up as soon as... He trailed off briefly, another voice talking directly to him. What? President, I'm aware that the weather is currently and quickly abating. This is highly unusual, but I'm planning to call service charges after we're heading out. The four began climbing out from under the benches, glancing between each other and the weather outside. What the hell was that about? Suki asked, taking his seat uneasily. No, that was crazy. Circuit agreed, risking a peek out the window to clear the skies. Accident at the weather factory, you think? It took a few minutes to clear the tracks of ice and debris, but before long the travelers were allowed to be on their way. As the train finally pulled away from the station, a lone mint-colored Pegasus watched from a distant rooftop. With an annoyed grunt, he flapped down to the ground and made his way to the payphone in a nearby alley. Punching in a number, the mysterious pony waited impatiently as his call was connected. Clicked, of course. Yeah, it's me. Don't play dumb, you know who. No, I'm at the payphone. Yeah, they still have those. Look, forget it. The snow and hell thing didn't work. They're still on their way to the next town. Oh, don't you worry. We got plenty more where that came from. They better believe they'll regret crossing paths with the League of Petty Revenge. What? No, I did not just yell that out loud. Look, there's no one around anyway. Oh, shut up. With an embarrassed huff, the Pegasus forcefully hung up the phone. Then he hung up again upon realizing he missed the receiver the first time. By the fourth attempt, he just gave up and slapped the switch, leaving the receiver to dangle with a dial tone as he stormed off in the direction the train was traveling. Wow, so apparently we're all being attacked by the League of Petty Revenge. How do you guys feel?
Confused?
I wonder who could do it. I wonder who has petty revenge against you.
I don't know, but it must be petty. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, Big. I couldn't resist, but you ever see those train microphones? You can never hear anything they say.
Cole, can you confirm this?
Coldust? I think I hurt him.
I think
Motherfucker, I was mute. I was saying words. Anyhow, yeah, I can confirm. Use a lot of time on those train microphones. You can't really hear them very clearly. It kind of depends on where you are in the train, and also when the last time it was tested. I want to say, I don't know. I've noticed that, like, depending on which Amtrak train I've been on occasion, yeah, no, it's completely inaudible. Also, when it comes to tourist trains, sometimes, yeah, no, fat chance. Kind of depends.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give Vaguely Creepy the Ice Baseball Trophy, as well as the Pendant of Petty Revenge.
I like it, he's got trains.
And with that...
Oh, you are easily swayed by trains.
Well, he knows what he likes, and he knows and he likes trains.
Yes.
So, thank you once again to Toakoi and Vaguely Creepy for the contributions. Remember, anybody and everybody are more than welcome to jump in and contribute anything that they can, whether it's a masterwork or even the first time they've ever done anything like it. We welcome all challenges and talents, because the whole point is to get people creating. So, with that, next week's challenge... Circus Gym sucks. Actually, we're going to go ahead and broaden it up a bit and say Pony Gym sucks. Just because... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just kind of saying, for the Protest Initiative Challenge this week, I'm going to go with Your Pony OC in a room full of clutter. I don't know, their room presumably. Draw your pony OC in their room. Do it. Think about it. Think about things that they cherish, the things that they love. If you don't have an OC, feel free to draw just any character and what you imagine is in their room, or just draw a pony in a room. I don't know. If you want to draw a circuit, go for it. If you want to draw a circuit surrounded by dirty socks in a room, by all means, please do.
That terrifies me even more. So let's go ahead and get into Tabletop Simulator.
Got it. I'm just putting on the site your pony OC in the room and the variety of things that would be there.